Hello, Year 3, and welcome to the Term 6 topic videos. Our topic lessons this term are going to be on France, geography again, and growing plants, but we'll come to the plants and flowers and growing plants later in the term. As you can see, I am not at home. I am, in fact, in one of the classrooms, in Pankhurst classroom, and I've been back at school for the whole of last week, teaching the key worker children and the few children that have been at school. And from now on, the teachers are going to be in preparing the classroom, preparing the school for when some children return. I do hope you'll be able to join us when we do reopen for Year 3. But as you can see, I am actually going to be doing these videos from our classroom. As a result of the things we've got to do, the videos will be a little bit shorter than last term, but I hope you enjoy them and I hope you still get lots of work out of them. The first topic we are covering is the geography of France, and there's lots of pictures of things that we might associate with France on this first slide. Now, your first task is, what I want you to do is think about what you know already about France. I want you to write down 5 things that you associate with France. So produce a list of 5 things that you think of when you think about France. It could be anything you like. When you've done that, I want you to think about what you want to know about France, what you want to cover in this topic. So pause this video now, do this task, and we'll come back in a minute. So 5 things you already know about France and what you want to know about France. Obviously, when you've done that, you can put it on tapestry so I can read them and try and make sure we cover them in later lessons this term. So, pause the video now and complete the task. Right, so on with the lesson. I'm now going to read you this book, which is all about France for kids as an introduction to France. So listen carefully and I'll read the book and show you the pages. France is officially known as the French Republic. The name France comes from the Latin word Francia, which means the country of the Franks. And if you know your history, you know the Franks were a tribe living in that part of Europe many thousands of years ago. That's a picture. The official language, unsurprisingly, is French. French is the second most studied language in the world after English. France is the most visited country in the world with over 80 million visitors a year. Obviously, they probably don't have that many visitors this year, but hey. The famous Eiffel Tower was built in Paris, was built at the entrance point of the 1889 World Fair. It's one of the most visited monuments in the world. And I think we've all seen pictures of the Eiffel Tower. In fact, some of you may have even been up it. I know I've been up it and I don't really like heights, so I found it quite scary. France was the second country to host the modern Olympic Games in 1900, once again in Paris. Oh, this is the modern stadium. The most famous road bicycle race in the world, the Tour de France, zigzags through the French landscape. Cyclists. France's highest mountains are the French Alps, the Jura Mountains bordering Italy and Switzerland, and the Pyrenees along the frontier with Spain. More than 350 kinds of cheese are made in France. Now, those that know me know that I really don't like cheese, so I'm not sure that's particularly interesting to me. France has laws about naming children. Until 1993, all names had to be chosen from an official list. Today, public prosecutors can still reject a child's name if they don't think it's appropriate. Something very different about England, where you can pretty much name your child whatever you want to. Soccer, bicycling and tennis are the favourite sports in France. In some areas, pelote, a traditional handball game, is also popular. So the French are very sporting. A typical school day runs from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m, so a longer day than we have. However, they do have a 2-hour lunch break. Schools close on Wednesdays and Sundays and have a half day on Saturday. So I wonder what you think of that. Would you rather we had French school hours where you had to start earlier, had a long break at lunchtime, but also had to come in on a Saturday morning? Or do you prefer our system of 5 days starting at 8:30 and ending just after 3 o'clock? Interesting to hear your views. France retains 15 territories overseas. This includes Martinique, Guadeloupe, French Guiana, Réunion and Mayotte. So, just like Great Britain, France has traditionally had an empire and still looks after those countries. So that's an interesting fact. Bastille Day is celebrated on the 14th of July in France. That's my wedding anniversary day. The day is celebrating for the storming of the Bastille and the beginning of the French Revolution. Now, the Bastille was a prison in Paris, and the mob stormed it and burnt it down, releasing the prisoners as part of the start of the French Revolution, where they overthrew their monarchy, which is why it's now a republic. The countryside of France is very scenic. There are many orchards, farms and vineyards amongst France's peaceful villages. Cannes is a world-famous resort in France that is known for the International Film Festival that takes place there every May. France has a lot to offer, and you should try and visit the country when you can to explore. Obviously, it's something to look forward to if you've never been to France when things open up, and you can obviously get to explore a beautiful and wonderful country. I hope you found that interesting. I hope you enjoyed the task, and I look forward to the next video.